Hey there, friends. Have you ever sat down to a meal, maybe a nice plate of eggs or a warm bowl of soup, and then felt a little off afterward, like your stomach's grumbling or your energy's just not where you want it to be? I've had those days, and it got me thinking about how what we eat, and how we eat it, can really shake things up, especially after 60. We've all got our favorite foods, those comforts we've loved for years, but sometimes it's the little habits around eating that sneak up on us and cause more trouble than we realize. That's why I'm so glad you're here with me today, because before you take your next bite, I want to share 4 common mistakes we might be making and how to sidestep them so we can feel our best. Now, I'm no stranger to a good meal. I've spent plenty of mornings with toast and jam or evenings with a hearty stew. But over time, I've noticed that it's not just what's on the plate that matters, it's the little things we do without thinking that can trip us up. After 60, our bodies don't bounce back quite like they used to, and eating the wrong way can leave us bloated, tired, or just plain uncomfortable. So, I've dug into this a bit, talked to some wise folks I know, and figured out 4 mistakes we should watch out for. We'll walk through them together, chat about why they happen, and find easy fixes that'll keep us enjoying our food without the fuss. Ready to dig in? Let's start with the first one. One thing I used to do, and I bet some of you have too, is eating too fast, like I'm racing the clock to finish my plate. I'd sit down with a sandwich, take big bites, and be done before my tea even cooled off. It felt normal, life's busy, right? But then I'd feel this heavy lump in my stomach, like everything just sat there. Turns out, when you rush through a meal, you're not giving your body a chance to keep up. Your stomach has to work overtime to break it all down, and that can lead to bloating or even a tired feeling that hangs around. My friend Doris, who's 67 and still bakes for the church fair, told me she used to scarf down her dinner to get back to her knitting, but she'd end up burping all evening. She slowed down, and it's like her whole day got easier. When you eat too fast, you're also swallowing air along with your food, and that's a recipe for discomfort, especially as we get older and digestion isn't as quick as it once was. The fix is pretty simple: take smaller bites and give yourself a moment to chew. I've started putting my fork down between bites, sipping some water, and just enjoying the taste. It's like a mini break that makes everything settle better. Try it next time you're eating, slow it down, savor it, and see how much lighter you feel afterward. It's not about dragging out your meal forever, it's just giving your body a fighting chance. Now, while we're on the subject of how we eat, let's talk about another mistake that's easy to miss: eating too much at once. I used to pile my plate high, big scoops of mashed potatoes, extra chicken, the works, thinking I'd enjoy it all in one go. But half an hour later, I'd be slumped on the couch, feeling like I needed a nap instead of getting on with my day. After 60, our stomachs don't stretch like they used to, and loading up can put a strain on your whole system, your heart, your digestion, everything. My neighbor Bill, who's 71 and still tinkers in his shed, said he used to overdo it at supper and wake up feeling sluggish. He cut back a bit, and now he's got more pep for his projects. What happens is that a big meal sends your blood rushing to your stomach to handle it all, leaving you drowsy and your body working harder than it needs to. Instead, try smaller portions, maybe half of what you'd normally take, and see how it sits. I've been dishing out less at dinner, saving some for later if I'm still hungry, and it's like I've got energy left over instead of feeling stuffed. You can still have your favorites, just spread them out a little. It's a small shift, but it's like telling your body, I've got your back. These two, eating too fast and eating too much, are such common slip-ups, but they're so easy to tweak once you spot them. They've made a difference for me, and I bet they will for you too. Now that we've got these in mind, let's move on to another eating mistake that might be tripping you up. So, we've been talking about how eating too fast and piling our plates too high can throw us off after a meal, 2 little habits that sneak up and leave us feeling less than our best. It's funny how these things become second nature, isn't it? But once you catch them, it's like unlocking a secret to enjoying food without the aftermath. Now, let's keep this going and chat about another mistake we might be making before we eat: skipping water and jumping straight into our meal. I used to do this all the time, sit down with my eggs or a bowl of soup and not even think about a glass of water until I was halfway through. Then I'd wonder why I felt so full and sluggish, like everything was stuck. Here's the thing, after 60, our bodies need a little extra help to keep digestion running smooth, and water's like the quiet hero that makes it happen. I didn't realize how much it mattered until my friend Clara, who's 68 and still tends her garden, mentioned she started sipping water before meals. She said it's like prepping the ground before planting, everything just works better. I gave it a try, and she's onto something. Without that hydration, your stomach's trying to break down food without enough support, and that can lead to bloating or even a tired feeling that hangs around. Plus, it's easy to mistake thirst for hunger, so you might end up eating more than you need. What I've learned is that skipping water before eating can slow things down. Your body's already a bit drier as we get older, and it needs that boost to keep the engine humming. So, I've started keeping a glass handy and taking a few sips about 15 minutes before I eat. Nothing fancy, just plain water, maybe with a slice of lemon if I'm feeling extra. It's like giving your insides a heads up that food's coming, and it makes a difference. I don't feel as heavy after. You can try it too, pour yourself a glass next time you're about to eat, sip it slow, and see how it settles. It's a small step that feels like a big favor to yourself. Now, while we're thinking about what happens before we dig in, let's talk about another mistake that's tripped me up more than I'd like to admit: eating when you're stressed or distracted. I used to grab a snack while paying bills or watching the news, barely tasting what I was chewing. I'd finish and feel this knot in my stomach, like the food and the worry got all tangled up together. It's so easy to do, life's full of little tensions, and sometimes you just eat through them without thinking. My buddy Tom, who's 66 and still fixes clocks for fun, told me he'd munch on crackers during arguments with his wife, and it'd leave him feeling queasy instead of satisfied. He started stepping away to eat in peace, and he says it's like a weight lifted. When you eat under stress, your body's too busy handling the tension to focus on digestion, your blood's racing, your stomach's tight, and it all gets jumbled. After 60, that can hit harder, leaving you with indigestion or just a blah feeling that sticks around. The fix is to take a beat, find a calm moment to enjoy your food, even if it's just 5 minutes. I've been turning off the TV or setting my phone aside when I eat now, maybe sitting by the window instead. It's not about making a big production, just giving yourself a quiet space to taste what's on your plate. Try it next time you're frazzled: step away, take a deep breath, and eat when you're ready. It's like a little reset that keeps everything flowing smooth. These habits, skipping water and eating stressed, are so easy to overlook, but they can change how you feel from the inside out. Adding that sip before a meal and finding a calm moment to eat go right along with slowing down and keeping portions in check. They're all about treating yourself kindly, making sure every bite works for you, not against you. Now that we've tackled these, let's wrap this up with some thoughts on how it all comes together. Alright, so we've been having this cozy chat about those sneaky eating mistakes, rushing through meals, overloading our plates, skipping water, and munching when we're stressed. It's amazing how these little habits can creep in and throw us off, isn't it? But figuring them out feels like a win, especially after 60 when we want every meal to leave us feeling good, not groaning. We've covered how slowing down, keeping portions sensible, sipping water first, and eating in peace can turn things around. Now, let's bring it all together and see how these fixes fit into our days, plus a little nudge to keep us on track for enjoying food the way it's meant to be enjoyed. Think about how these mistakes can pile up if we let them. I used to hit all 4 in one go, scarfing down a big plate while watching the evening news, no water in sight, and my mind a million miles away. I'd finish and feel like I'd run a lap instead of just eaten dinner, bloated, tired, and wishing I'd done it differently. But once I started tweaking things, it's like my body sighed with relief. My friend Ellen, who's 69 and still quilts like a champ, told me she used to do the same, big rushed meals with no water, stressing over her grandkids' schedules. She made some changes, and now she says she's got more energy for her stitching and fewer afternoons napping on the couch. What's so great about dodging these mistakes is how they work together to keep everything humming along. Slowing down gives your stomach a chance to handle what's coming, smaller portions keep it from getting overwhelmed, water preps the way, and eating calm keeps stress from gumming up the works. It's not about some strict diet or fancy rules, it's just common sense that makes a difference. I've seen it myself, sipping water before my oatmeal, taking my time with a smaller bowl, and turning off the noise while I eat. It's like I'm giving myself a little gift every time I sit down, and my body's thanking me with fewer grumbles and more pep. How do you start? It's easier than you might think, just pick one to try next meal. Maybe pour that glass of water and sip it while you're cooking, or take a deep breath and set the phone aside before you dig in. I started with the water trick because it felt so simple, and it snowballed from there, smaller bites, less on my plate, calmer moments. You don't have to overhaul everything, just nudge yourself toward one of these and let it grow. My neighbor Bill says he began by cutting his portions in half and eating slower, and now he's hooked on feeling light instead of stuffed. It's like a ripple effect, one small shift leads to another, and suddenly you're enjoying your food more than ever. The best part is how this sets you up to feel good, not just today, but down the road. After 60, we've earned the right to savor our meals without the hassle, haven't we? Food's one of life's joys, whether it's a warm slice of pie or a crisp salad, and sidestepping these mistakes keeps it that way. I've been loving my quieter dinners lately, tasting every bite, and it's made me realize how much these little habits matter. You can feel that too, lighter, brighter, ready for whatever's next, all from a few tweaks before you eat. So, I'd love to hear from you. What's your eating routine like? Do you catch yourself rushing or skipping water sometimes? Maybe you've got a trick that keeps you feeling great. Drop it in the comments below, because we're all in this together. If this chat sparked something for you, give the video a like, it keeps me going, and hit that subscribe button if you want more talks like this. Here's to eating smart, feeling fantastic, and making every meal a little celebration, no matter how many years we've got behind us. See you soon, friends.